Thank you for joining us on another Candid Conversation. Let's talk about it, the Candid Conversation Show. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
Just because you see a smile does not mean everything is perfect. We all have a story. On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. We are excited to have a conversation with our Haitian sister, Dina Dorestan. We will be discussing entrepreneurship, infertility, and in vitro fertilization.
Dina, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
We're so happy to have you
I'm happy
here.
to be here.
And we want to say congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know sometime during this conversation, things might get a little heavy, but just take your time and we'll be patient with you.
Okay.
We just want to jump in and ask you to tell us a little bit about your upbringing, your childhood.
About my upbringing, I am Haitian. I was raised in a Haitian community. My household, my dad was a Haitian pastor
Okay.
in a huge church in Naples, Florida called First Haitian Baptist Mission.
Oh, okay.
He sadly passed away in 2009.
Oh, sorry to
about
hear that.
Thank you. And from there, I was from Naples, Florida, and I came to Orlando playing basketball. I was in the National Guard in Jacksonville.
All
and
right.
I've been here since in Orlando.
Well, thanks for your
You
service.
fell in love with Orlando.
Yeah. I went to school here and started working here. I now work for the government, and just Orlando's home now.
Okay, that's
Wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I'm the last of 5.
A
So I
baby.
have, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Awesome. Did y'all get along growing up?
Yeah, we all got along from a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the close-knit families.
Yeah, I do.
Good for you.
When I heard about your story, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, of course, my heart goes out to you because I have had a miscarriage before.
Oh, wow.
So with that, I mean, because a lot of times people don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're going through. Because we're taught, and a lot of times parents are now still teaching their children to be quiet,
Yeah.
keep whatever's going on with yourself, keep it to yourself. Don't discuss it with anyone.
Yeah.
Your problem is your problem.
Right.
Right.
Your business is your business. So can you share with us a little bit about your miscarriages?
Yes. So I have twins naturally.
Okay.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And
I've
it-
always wanted twins.
Me too.
Always. Everyone says that, but it's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
It really is a lot. So, and I was with my high school sweetheart at the time,
Aw.
who's not my husband, but we were in a
Okay.
very long relationship.
Okay.
It's funny because the twins' dad and I, we've been friends since we were in 3rd grade.
You're friends.
Right. We were friends since 3rd grade.
Right.
And we were like best friends. So, we were in a serious relationship in high school,
Okay.
and on high school graduation night, I conceived. Just a little too much partying,
Surprise,
I guess.
surprise. Congratulations.
So it's so crazy because I didn't know I was having twins, and when I was at 3 months, there was 2 heartbeats. I was like, oh,
Oh
wow.
my
What did you
goodness.
say? Did you cry? Did you
Yeah,
scream?
and
Were
it's
you
crazy
excited?
because like my family has a lot of twins. My grandma had 2 sets,
Okay.
and you know, it just seemed like I got pregnant so easy.
Right.
Fertile.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like
Right.
it just was crazy. And I had twins, and I had them when I was 19.
Okay.
And you know, I never knew that it was going to be hard when I got married. So here I am. I got married to my husband, and 1 miscarriage. Doctor says that's common. It's
Okay.
like 50%. You know.
Because how far apart from the twins to the first pregnancy?
That was they're about 7. They're 13 now.
Okay.
Okay.
5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And you know, so the first miscarriage is like nothing. You know, it happens a lot with the half of women, so it's nothing. And then a second one,
Oh my goodness.
and then the third one almost claimed my life.
So it's 3?
3 miscarriages, and that's when we knew there was a problem.
Right.
I had a ruptured tube, the left,
Oh, okay.
and the thing is, I was 10 weeks pregnant.
Oh,
And I had a pain for days and days, and my husband kept saying, "Go to the hospital.
Yep.
Go to the hospital."
and you were
I
like,
kept
oh,
saying,
no, it's just
no."
growing.
Nice gas.
When my husband said he couldn't take it no more, he saved my life because the pregnancy was going to burst.
And you would have been at home.
I would have been dead.
Yes.
Because
Gosh.
once it bursts, it's poisonous.
Yes.
Right.
So I did not know I had a dead fetus all this
Oh,
time.
my gosh. I'm sorry to you.
So
Yeah.
sorry.
And you know, you're in the ER. You know, you're signing paperwork. You know, should things go, you're signing over. What do they call that? When you're like a will,
Right. Your last will and
just in
testament.
case things. It's scary.
Yes, it is.
So Right. So I was 10 weeks pregnant, and they worked on me for 4 hours, and I came out of that.
Gosh, thank God.
And that's when I knew, okay, this is why you've been miscarrying. Because once you have one miscarriage, they don't really look into it.
No.
You
They
know,
just say, like you just said, they'll tell you, oh, well, that's common.
very
Because that's what
common.
they told me. Oh, because it's so, you space your pregnancies out. It was like
Right.
7-8 years apart.
Right.
And so they're like,
but
oh,
that
that's
last
common.
miscarriage, it really did something to me, like mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
You became depressed?
Depressed is not even
Not
the
the
word.
word. Okay.
Did you
went.
say why me or why? Why does this keep happening? I mean, okay, other people can have kids, and this is what I said.
Yeah.
Other people are having kids.
Yes.
People that don't even really want
Want
kids
them.
are having
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah.
And I want a child. My husband wants a child. Why
Yeah.
can't I have a child?
I didn't say like why me, but I felt less than a woman.
Okay, I understand.
Just and not to get too deep, but I felt
Good.
like
Get
Get deep.
it really got to me because I felt like I want my husband to be a dad so bad,
I know.
and
Did you
I'm
do
the
anything?
problem. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was going to ask that too. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you felt less than, like you
started
couldn't
beating
provide
yourself
what he
up.
Right,
wanted.
because he's a great stepfather to the twins.
Yeah.
And you know how badly he wants it, and knowing that he's okay and it's me,
Yes.
you kind of feel like, am I going to get cheated on?
I know.
Right,
you
right.
know?
Because
Yeah.
this is what he wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. So how did you handle all that? Did you?
It was a lot
Yeah.
because number one, when I found out now I lost partial of my left tube. Half it's gone because it was ruptured. The right tube was completely blocked. So to get pregnant naturally, you need your tubes. So how I handle it was like, number one, this is going to be expensive.
Yes.
Yes.
To try to get pregnant because there's options out there.
There's plenty of options.
But they're very expensive.
Right. To let
And-
someone carry, like have a surrogate, that's
right,
very, very
right,
expensive.
Right. Yep.
So what did you all decide to do?
So we tried to get pregnant through my OBGYN. First, they gave us some medications called Clomid.
Okay.
And that makes you like hyper-ovulate. A lot of women who try that naturally, because right now we knew the left tube was bad.
Right.
Okay.
We didn't know the right was shot.
Oh, really?
So I thought I still had a chance on my right tube.
Okay.
Right. So we were thinking the past miscarriages must have kept going through the left tube. 'Cause
Right.
We got two fallopian tubes.
Right.
Right. So went to my OBG, and what they do is when you've been trying for a year, then you have infertility. So then they
Okay.
send you to a specialist.
Okay.
And going to that specialist, they put like a dye.
So they can see.
So they can see, and it just stayed there. It went nowhere.
Oh.
Nothing worked. Nothing. It wasn't going nowhere.
Oh my goodness.
So that's when we knew the only way to do this is in vitro or through surrogacy, someone caring for me.
And in vitro requires.
It requires you don't need a tube because they place the pregnancy in your uterus. So you could tie your tubes, have no tubes at all, and still be pregnant.
Because all they have to do is place it in.
They place the pregnancy in the uterus. So we're talking $30,000, $40,000.
Stop it.
Yeah.
But it would have been more with a surrogate, right?
It depends because this day and age, surrogacy, you can have your own person. I met a
It's
lady.
like private pay.
She was carrying her daughter's embryo because her
Oh,
daughter couldn't
wow.
get pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So she was a grandmother.
Yeah.
And-
and the mother.
And
Well, she was helping her
Yeah.
daughter.
yeah.
Wow.
So we knew that this is going to be expensive.
Yes.
Do we take? This is like a year of salary for some people.
Of course.
Do we take out a loan? The doctors have to get paid.
That's right.
It's not a credit card.
No.
So it did a lot on us for a few years, mentally, financially. It's just
course.
a lot.
But you were willing to do whatever you
Yeah.
could just to be able to give him a
Yeah.
child.
And I would say, marriages, there's always good and bad.
Of course. Nothing's
And,
perfect.
I let it take me to a dark place because I was telling my husband, just leave.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Because
I
I'm
want you
not.
to be happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
You felt like you weren't good enough. You
Yeah.
couldn't have a child for
Yeah.
him. And,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry that.
And
that
what did
happened.
he say?
He was very supportive,
Yes.
but he was like, look, whatever God wants for us, this is obviously what he wants.
See,
Exactly.
you have a
You
good
know?
guy.
Right. But I knew he wanted it so bad.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know, and it hurt you.
Yeah.
I know.
So when
But-
you got in the funk, you said you were pretty down. What did you do to try to perk yourself back up? What did you, do?
It's a cycle
Yeah.
because with infertility, me dealing with it
Mm-hmm.
every time, and it's not that I was envious of women,
Yeah.
but every time you turn into Facebook, it's a baby shower.
Of
It's
course.
a gender reveal. And it seems like, man, it's happening so easy for
To
people.
why
not me?
Why
You
can't
know
it
what I
happen for me?
mean?
Yeah.
And why isn't it happening to me? So it was a spiral up and down because I would pray, I would fast.
Yeah.
You know, and before we even saw a specialist, I kept thinking, you know, we have my prayer sisters, and they're saying it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen no matter what. Miracles do happen.
Yes.
Those tubes are going to open back up, and you believe it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because faith without works is
Dead.
dead.
You got that right.
So we believe it, and, you know, I would buy hundreds of dollars on ovulation kits. And what got me on a very dark spot is the test would say a smiley face, you're fertile. A happy face.
So it's like it needs to happen.
But and we would still try, knowing these tubes aren't working right. We would still try, and every month after month after month, my cycle would come back. And
Oh my goodness.
just up and down.
Yes.
Up and down. Because I didn't doubt God.
Yes.
But it was hard.
Right. So with you feeling that way, you know, a lot of times everyone always asks the woman, how do you feel? Oh, I'm so sorry. And all of that,
course.
and just
You're tired
all
of
the
hearing
attention is on the woman. But what about your husband? Did anybody pay him attention and say, you know what, man, I'm sorry that happened to you?
Yeah,
you know what I
he's
mean?
No
going
one
through.
really knew what we were going through.
Because you kept it to yourself.
Kept to ourselves, only family. What
I don't blame you.
What got us the most is people don't know, and they say, well, when y'all going to have a kid?
And that
You
is,
know, what are you guys waiting for?
that's like a blow.
And those conversations are like, you don't even know how to answer them because,
right.
number one, when someone asks us, like, what are you guys waiting for? And we just got out the hospital that week.
You just lost the baby.
From losing our baby.
Right.
Goodness.
And you can't say anything.
You want to say something so bad. I know you did.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
but you can't.
Question for you, though. Why didn't you say anything?
I didn't say anything because, number one, I don't like people feeling sorry for me. Number two is if I talk about it, what can you do to help me? You know what I mean?
But
And I was honestly kind of embarrassed.
Yes.
Yeah.
To tell you
I
the
was gonna
truth,
say
I
that.
was kind of embarrassed that I can't, you know, here I am with these twins, and they were easy. I have a boy and a
course,
girl.
right.
And
I'm
now
having
when
trouble.
I'm with my husband, I always wanted to have a child with
Yeah.
my
You can't
husband.
have a child.
And I can't. It was, to me, it was a little embarrassing.
But I'm sure when you opened up and finally told some people that they were like, you know what? I didn't know you were going through that because I was
Yeah.
going through it too.
We never talked about it until, that's why the world was shocked, because the whole 9 months I kept the pregnancy to myself.
Because you were scared.
Right. And because you don't know what's going to happen.
You don't
Right.
know.
We've
You're
lost
unsure.
at 3 months,
Yeah.
at 4 months. And when you speak so soon,
Right.
then you got to explain what happened.
There you go.
So, you know,
That
just
brings
kept
you
it to
down.
myself, and we didn't talk about it till baby was already here, and everyone was like, "What?
What?
You're pregnant?" Yeah, everyone was shocked.
Yes.
Because you
It
were
was
protecting
crazy.
yourself, I
Yeah,
think, too.
yeah.
You know, you all were protecting yourselves
Yeah.
because to say, to come out and say, I'm pregnant or we're
Yeah,
pregnant, and then for
yeah.
something to go wrong.
Right.
But
And sometimes when you speak too soon, you block your blessings.
There you go. And that's with everything.
well, you
yes.
have you have a blessing,
Yeah,
Yes, a
didn't you?
Blessing.
You got a beautiful
Yeah.
little girl.
I look at her and I'm just like, I still can't believe it.
You
It's
pinch
crazy.
yourself.
Yeah, I
God
still
is
can't
good.
believe it.
Yes. Did you have to be on any type of specific diet when you were going through
Yes. So I was considered obese,
Okay.
which I didn't even
I don't even
know.
wanna hear
I
it.
just thought I was just overweight. You know, we overweight. And went to my
Just say thick.
Went
It's
to
not
my
overweight.
doctor, and they have, you know, you're supposed to be. I'm 5'2".
this? Okay.
So I'm supposed to be like 130 pounds.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
it's
They're trying to make you
crazy.
anorexic.
So I was told I need to lose 50 pounds
Oh gosh.
because it's, you know, it's a better success.
Yes.
Okay.
So I spent a year of trying to lose weight. I lost 64 pounds.
Ooh,
I seen you.
congrats.
You looking,
Yes.
you look great.
Thank you. I was 246. I went down to 182.
Oh my.
Goodness.
And I got the weight down to under 200, which is safer, because people don't realize IVF is not, hey, I want a baby. Can I pay? Even if you have the money, you have to get through all the blood work, the underlying.
Okay.
Because they won't touch you until you're ready.
Okay.
Because it's very high risk.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. Plus,
Yeah.
it's a lot of. You're spending a lot of money. You
A
want to be in
lot
the
of
best
money.
condition that you
Yeah.
possibly can be in.
Yep.
You weren't on bed rest though, were you?
I wasn't on bed rest, but I was on pelvic rest. I don't know what that is.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your husband was okay with it. I know he was okay because he's like, I want to see my baby. I want to see
Yeah.
this baby. So he said it was all worth it,
Yeah,
right?
it was all worth it. Pelvic rest, because things have to, you know, it's IVF. I don't know if you guys know, it's a lot of hormones, injections.
That's what I was about to ask you. Can you tell
Yeah.
us the process? What did you
my
have to
gosh.
do every day?
Oh my God. So IVF, I know celebrities. For me, I feel like it was something celebrities do. Because sometimes they get pregnant with their twins and they do
Right.
multiples. And
Right.
a lot of them, you know, they're older in their 50s, they get pregnant through IVF. And for me, I always hear it was hard, but to really do it, I mean, number one, you're given a whole box comes to your house of, I'm talking like 100 injections.
And what are they? What are
They're
the
different
injections?
hormones. So
Oh, okay.
for it to start off, number one is, as a woman, when we have our cycle, we usually have one egg.
Okay.
That egg doesn't get fertilized, you have your cycle because it has to be released.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 stomach injections, and number 1, I'm not a nurse. Now I'm giving myself injections.
Oh my God.
It's no joke.
I got a box with like 100 injections,
Oh, boy.
syringes, liquids, and I'm like,
Oh, goodness.
you don't even know what to do.
They
So you
should
have
do
to watch
that. Wow.
you
Video.
you can't play with that stuff.
No.
It's
Serious.
it's very serious. It's drugs. And the first set of 100 of the injections, half of them were to inject yourself in the stomach area to hyperovulate, to have more eggs.
My goodness.
And that one was called Gonal. Then there's another injection called Menopur, and that's to give you better quality eggs.
Okay.
Because your eggs have to be a certain size to retrieve them when they're ready to inject sperm.
You
learned
became
a
an
lot, didn't
expert.
you?
I know she sounds like an
I
expert.
became like a doctor. This is crazy.
Do you plan on writing a book? Do you plan on writing a book on this?
No, I don't know because it's like it's so new that talking about it, I'm not used to talking
Of course,
about it.
yeah.
Well, we appreciate
This
you coming here today to
is
talk about it.
nice to come and talk about it.
Yeah, get it off your chest.
And not only that, there are a lot of viewers that are watching, and I'm sure they've either gone through it or are currently going through it right now.
Right.
So I know you'll be encouraging some people as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is awesome. So you were just injecting away.
Injecting away, it got to the point where like you have to try to inject at a different site.
Exactly.
And when you have to do this for 3 months of injecting, my daughter, who's 13, started doing it for me. I got to the point I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah.
I used to do it for my daughter when she was pregnant, so I completely
So it became a
understand.
family thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join in.
Wow.
Yep.
You have to keep switching sites. Wow, what did your family think?
So as far as family, because I kept cousins, aunts, everyone out.
Really?
The only person that knew, because everyone's known that we've been
You've been
trying.
Okay.
So only my mom, my siblings,
Okay.
that was it. My husband,
Okay.
same thing. His mom, his siblings.
Okay.
Okay.
No aunts,
kept
no
it private.
cousins.
Well, that's
no
enough,
one.
yeah.
I mean, I told my best friends, 2 of them, but besides that, no one
Nobody.
else.
No one
else.
kept it private.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it makes sense. I understand. I probably
Yeah.
would have done the same.
Yeah, and everyone's like, you're losing weight. How you doing it? Because I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
Because here I am overweight. Then you get pregnant, you might gain 30 to 40 pounds. So
Right.
these doctors want you to be at a healthier weight.
Of course.
Because there's gestational diabetes.
That's-
There's so much.
It's a lot that's involved.
Did you have anything? Any issues during the
No, it
pregnancy?
was a very healthy pregnancy.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was healthy.
It was so worth it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it
All those
was.
injections.
Yeah, it was.
And all.
But what about the side effects? Did you have side effects to the
So with
injections?
the stomach injections, when you're ready to, so you have to go every 2 days to check on the eggs, how they're doing.
So you go into the doctor?
You go into
Oh
the
my
doctor.
goodness.
And this fertility doctor, he's amazing. He's like
Okay.
number 2 in the country
Okay.
for fertility. He's right here in Winter Park.
Okay.
Oh,
And you go every 2 days, and I live about almost an hour away. So every 2 days, no one knows at work, and I'm traveling
Oh gosh.
to go see the size of the eggs. And it's an up and down because your eggs have to be a certain size, and my eggs weren't growing as quick.
yeah.
So if you miss the timeline, you can't keep injecting. You got to try another cycle. So people don't know IVF is not a guarantee.
Oh my gosh.
It's up and down.
But why weren't the eggs growing?
It depends. They can grow at a slow rate.
Yeah.
So let's say the number has to be 20.
Right.
Now we're at a 16.
Okay.
And after a certain amount of time, if you miss the timeline, you got to start all over again.
All
And
over.
that's another set of drugs for like thousands.
Oh my.
Yeah. So by the grace of God, the final day where they told me, look, we don't know. They're at 18. You got like 2 more to go. Let me tell you how amazing God is. The ultrasound tech went more to my left, and there were so much eggs that were already
yes.
ready to be retrieved.
Yes.
Yeah. So I ended up with like 26 eggs.
You have more left?
So
Well, they retrieved 17.
Okay.
the retrieval process is what I want to know about.
Hard.
I could only
So
imagine.
they
It's
insert-
hard. It's painful.
Goodness
So when the eggs are a certain size, we then schedule an egg retrieval is what it's called.
Okay.
It's a surgery. Because what they do is they put you to sleep,
Okay.
and you go into a very, very cold white room. You're asleep. I mean, for you feel like you just blink and you're done.
Uh-huh.
But what they do is they go in there and they pop each egg
Oh my goodness.
to retrieve it out this nice little tube. If you watch it on YouTube, like I wanted to see what they're
my
going to be
goodness.
doing.
Yeah.
So they'll pop open each of those eggs and they put them on these little dishes. Each
Okay.
egg gets a dish. Each egg. So they got 17 eggs out.
Oh my gosh.
And I assumed the other ones were just left in there because they weren't big enough, and you would just pass it through your cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, like you would with your cycle
Isn't
every
that
month.
something?
Yeah.
So, question for you. So, how many did they use?
Okay, so
For
they
this
retrieved
pregnancy.
17,
Yes.
and I was in like the top 10%, very rare.
Oh my gosh.
They retrieved 17 eggs, and the same day of your egg retrieval, your spouse or whoever's going to be a sperm donor, because some women do this and don't have a spouse. They want to be moms.
Right.
Okay.
So my husband gave his sperm that same day.
Okay.
And sperm, you just need a little drop.
Okay.
That's it.
So now each egg are in their dishes, and they're dropping sperm in each of those dishes.
Isn't that something?
What a miracle.
Yeah. Typically, let's say someone retrieves 12 eggs. You're lucky if you have 2 fertilized.
Okay.
15 fertilized
Oh
for me.
my goodness.
And 2 did not fertilize.
What did you do at that moment? How did you feel?
She cried.
Number one, my egg quality was just, it's crazy because we didn't think we'd do the first cycle because they weren't big enough.
Right.
Crying is not even the word. So it's a process because they have embryologists.
Okay.
These are embryo doctors who watch every day they watch the embryos grow.
It's like a seed and it's just growing.
Right. What I liked about this doctor, a lot of women who do IVF end up with multiples.
Yes.
Why is because they don't wait. As soon as they put the sperm in, they'll put 2 or 3 in there in hopes one will fertilize.
Okay.
And they end
This
up
doctor
with
didn't want to do that.
Okay.
He wanted to watch them for 5 days to know what's good. 2
Okay.
weren't good. Because let's say they were to put in 3 of mine, and 1 wasn't good, but 2 would be good, I'd have twins. So he wanted to have at least 1 good, safe pregnancy and know this is a good embryo, it's good to insert.
Sounded like you had a great medical staff. My
so
gosh.
we had 15 they call them M babies.
Yes.
Frozen.
So you have 15 now?
We now have 14
you have
because
14
my
'cause
daughter
you-
is one of them.
So what are you going to do?
That's
know,
going to
right?
be tough because
Yes.
we do want to do it one more time.
Yes.
It's crazy because you can pick the sex.
Oh my gosh.
So when they make the embryos, the XXs I believe are girls, XYs are boys. You know, science.
Yes.
you
So I couldn't stand
Right.
it.
Yeah. So at this time, we didn't want to. We just said whatever they give us is going to be God's choice.
That's it. That's it.
So we didn't know it was going to be a girl till I was 4 months.
Aw.
But this next time we're going to pick a boy.
Okay.
God willing.
Let him have his
Yes.
boy and his girl.
Yeah.
So she wants to do it again. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so happy for you.
Well, you're still
Thank
young,
you.
so you have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't. When she was saying all these celebrities are waiting until
Yeah.
they're like 50 till they've done everything
That's
they,
true.
they
Yeah,
want to do.
the thing
and
is,
then,
if you still have your uterus, that's why I want women to know. If you still have your uterus, you don't have a hysterectomy. Like your tubes may not work, things may happen, but there is a way.
There's a way.
There's a way.
we were just talking about it a little while ago. I mean, earlier, that I loved being pregnant.
Really?
I love being pregnant, but guess what? That's done and over with.
Yeah.
I've had a hysterectomy. I'm done.
You have? Yeah.
But I just loved being pregnant. Did you enjoy the pregnancy other than, with the injections?
You know, it's crazy because I don't know if it's because I was younger. With the twins, I guess they didn't have enough space to move around.
Right.
I didn't feel them move as much. This baby with 1 in
Moving.
there, I don't know if it's because she had a lot
Everywhere.
of space. I enjoy being pregnant, but it was in my pregnancy the nights when I'm
Okay.
resting.
Yeah,
she's
she wants to
up.
move.
She's
You know, when I'm up in the day, she's sleeping. So it was rough. It
Yeah.
was rough, more rough
Okay.
than having twins.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus you were scared too,
Yeah,
and nervous, and every
yeah.
little movement and every non-movement.
It was so,
You know.
I was so paranoid that I kept taking pregnancy tests to make sure, am I still pregnant?
But it's understandable.
It is understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable. But it worked out.
Yeah, it did.
You all have been blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
So happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do they put you all through like a process to go speak to a psychiatrist or somebody?
They recommend it.
Okay. That's,
They do recommend it. And I already normally speak to a therapist.
okay,
Okay,
good.
It's very healthy for me.
Absolutely.
I just have to.
Yes.
Especially with my work, managing a lot. So I already see a therapist once a month.
Very good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
that's
It's healthy.
but they do recommend that.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I thought, because that's a whole process.
Yeah.
Highs
Prepare
and
you.
lows.
Yeah, and people still miscarry through IVF. And you got to do it all over again. It's really a lot.
Yeah.
But you made it through.
You made it,
we
yeah.
did.
You made it through, and you're here to tell us your story.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long do you feel that you'll wait before having the next one?
You have to wait at least a year
Really?
from when you
Okay.
give birth.
Okay.
Because your uterus, everything has to, the hormones, everything needs to go back to normal again.
Oh.
No doctor will touch you unless
Okay.
it's been a year since your last IV. And they're all the same. I guess I don't know if it's FDA. I don't know what it is.
But that's
knows?
good that they won't, because in the meantime, you'll sit here and spend all your money
Yes.
knowing that, wait a
Yeah.
minute. No.
Yeah.
So that's good that they do that.
Yeah.
That way you have a healthy uterus.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody out there who would like to do IVF?
The advice I would give is don't give up, know your options.
Yeah.
because yes, you can probably get a new house or a brand new car with what it costs, but there's other financial options out there. You know, there's, if you can't afford it, there's care credit.
Yes.
You know, these doctors get paid up front. If you can take out a car loan, if
Yes.
you can take out a college loan,
Right.
You can
you
do
know,
it.
all these things you're taking out. If this is what you want to do, pay for it.
Okay.
And the doctors will get paid in full, and you're paying it just like a regular bill. Whether it's 5 years, the time's going to pass anyway. If
Yes.
it's really what you do not, my advice is do not give up. Keep trying.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
Does
good.
it work for you no matter how long? Because you said how long was the process for you?
It was
before-
a 2-year process.
Okay.
It was a 2-year process.
You
Yeah.
did it?
We did it.
So happy for you and your
Thank
husband,
you.
your
Yeah.
entire family.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, God bless you. We want
Yes.
to, well, if anybody wants to contact you, do you want to give out your information?
If you guys put my Facebook out there, if not, my Instagram is I am Dina D.
Okay.
IAMDINAD. And I'm open to talk to anyone about it,
Yeah.
because once we posted that we are pregnant, so I mean, we did a fertility photo shoot and a maternity photo shoot.
Okay.
And we didn't post the fertility one, but that was just for us.
Right.
Okay.
You know, with the embryo pictures
Right.
and what she turned into, the heartbeat, those
My
we
gosh.
didn't post that. But our maternity photo shoot was when we announced the pregnancy with that. And on like the slide of the picture, I don't know if you saw it, was me holding her.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So now everyone's like, you're announcing, and she's already here,
Right.
and you did IVF. Like, for some people, it was a lot in one day.
And you didn't tell us.
When I tell you, my phone,
Yes.
it took me. I posted our photo shoot to announce the pregnancy.
Right.
I posted it on Sunday. It took me about 8 days because I even responded to Ruby.
Right.
Like, and I said, I'm so sorry because I'm just getting through my messages. So many people are going through this.
Yes.
It's insane.
That's why it's important to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right, we
Yes.
have to, and I know it takes a lot. It really
Yeah.
does. You know,
It's
you've had your
insane.
miscarriages and things, and you wanted to keep it private. And
Yeah.
I understand that, but I
Yeah.
know your phone is blowing
Oh
up.
yeah, and I've even talked to girls who their cycles didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, really sad.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
so a lot of people are going through this, and I would say do not give up and just
Don't
check
give
out
up.
your options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's wonderful. Well, we're happy for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much
much.
for being so transparent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just, letting everyone know what you went through.
Right.
If
Your
it can
journey.
happen to you, it can happen to them too.
That's
Anybody.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We truly appreciate it. Please join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another guest right here from our community. Approximately 1 in 8 couples are affected by infertility in the United States. That's about 6.7 million people a year who have trouble conceiving. Dina, we thank you for opening up, being vulnerable, and sharing your story to help others know that they are not alone. The more we talk about it, the more normalized it will become, and maybe eventually will not be such a taboo subject. In closing, everyone's journey to motherhood looks different. Dina found her inner warrior and pushed through this tough journey and was blessed with a tiny miracle. Infertility was tough, but so was she. We are real sisters, sharing real stories within our community. We thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation.